Hello and hi guys, here's a new Revit tutorial. In today's session, we're gonna discuss how to create your own Revit template. So you don't need every time to load the architecture template, so you could actually browse and choose your own template. I will just create now an architecture template to show you how could you create that. So I will start um, with a new project here. And then let's discuss what you need to have in your template. So maybe you need to adjust the units, you might need to add kind of like different levels that you might need to have in your project as well. Other thing would be that you want to create your own walls or add some assets in there as well, like for example, some doors, windows. Also, you need to have maybe some sheets in there. So let's start by changing the unit. So if I type UN, just to change the distance 1 to meters, 2 decimal places, the unit symbol to meter. And I will do the same again for the length, meters, 2 decimal places, and the unit symbol to meter. Okay, okay. What other thing that I can add? Basically, as I mentioned, we could just create our own walls. Also, we could add some material. So if I just go to Enscape, material library, click on that, and then I could just add some bricks. So maybe brick 1, brick 2, and then just import it here, import selection. Maybe some glass material as well. So if I want to have one of these glasses and one of these glasses, what else I could add here? Ground materials, if I want to add grass as well. Maybe tiles. Okay. Now, let's create our own wall or like some of our own wall instance. So if I just type WA and then maybe choose a basic wall, and then I go to edit type, I duplicate that to create my own instance, rename it maybe wall 1. Okay. And then I just take the preview. And then here you could just add, let's say, the thickness. So if you want to have your wall, let's say 0.25 meters. If you want to insert like a finished material, you could go to here, select on that, and then you could insert, change that to finish, add your material. So for instance, if it's plaster, or paint, whatever you want to add. And then give it a thickness. So if it's like, let's say it's 2 or 5 centimeters. So you can see here that you added the plaster, okay? You could go again to edit type and change that to 2 centimeter. Okay, okay. So now I have this as wall 1. It's here, okay. What else I could add as well? As I mentioned, the levels. So if I just go to one of my elevations, maybe the north one, I could change that to 3 meters. And then I could add more levels, like other 2 levels if I want to. So if I just type double L, LL, and then select or take on pick line here, change that to 3 meters. Could add level 2, level 3. In case you can't see your level in the project browser floor plans, Like you can see your levels here, but they're not appearing in the project browser. In my case, it's appearing on the project browser, but sometimes you wouldn't see that in the project browser and you want to access level 2 or level 3 floor plan. So what you need to do, you need to go to view. You need to go to view here, and then there's something called plans views, like plan views. You have to select on floor plan, and then you will find the level that's not appearing on the project browser floor plans in here in this white box. You have just to click it and press OK. Okay, so what else I could add? As I mentioned, you could also add some assets. So if I just go to level 0 here and then I want to add some assets, I could go to insert. I could go to load family, and then I could start adding assets from my Revit library. Let's say that you want to add some doors, so you could just type doors, external doors, add the doors that you want. If you want to add more than one, just click on the control key and add the doors that you want to add to your project. So you don't need every time to add these walls again, add these doors again. Okay, so if I type DR now, I'm having my doors here. You could do the same, of course, for windows. So if you go to insert, you could go to load family, add your windows. Okay, also if you want to edit these doors or windows, you know how to do that, of course. So let's say that you type DR here, and then you want to change or create an instance of this door. So what you need to do is that you need to go to edit type again. You could, as I mentioned, change the width, change the height of the door. And if you want to create a new one of that door or a copy of that door, you have to duplicate. So rename the door as door 2, for instance, and then press OK. And then you could start to change its height from here. Let's say that you want the height to be just 2 meters or 2.2 meters. So up to you, 2.2. And then you want to change the width. So the width is here. So if you want to change the width of this one to just 1 meter. Okay. So now I'm having here door 2. Okay, so the other thing which is really important is that you could start actually adding some sheets. But before adding the sheets, you could add some of the Enscape asset libraries. If you go to asset library here, you could also add some of the asset library and then import it into your file. To your template, I mean. Other thing that you could add as well, if you go again to insert, you go to load family, go to UK, you could start adding furniture. So if I type furniture, so you could start adding furniture like tables, for instance. So you could add some tables, add some chairs, stuff like that if you want to do this. So you want to add some tables into your project, so you don't need to do that every time. So if you want, also trees, everything. So now let's add some sheets, because this is really important. So if I just go to sheets here, you will find the basic thing on your Revit project that you're having a sheet, like an A node sheet. Okay, if you want to add more sheets into your project, or you want to change the family of the sheet, so how could you do this? So if you go to View, okay, and you want to add more sheets, or you want to create a sheet and import it as well from here. So if you go to Sheet, okay, you will find that you have an option called Load here. So this will take you to your Revit library again. And then if you just go here to a folder called title blocks, if I just um, type T, so it's title blocks. So as you can see here, you have an A4 one, you have an A3 one, A2, A1, A nodes. So let's say that you want to add this one here, the A1 here. So now I'm having two sheets. So as you can see, um, you could rename the sheet if you want to. So I'm having here this sheet, okay, and I'm having the other sheet here. You could, if you want to edit the sheet itself, you could, if I just double click on the sheet, now I'm editing the family. So as you can see now, I'm on the family template. So I'm editing the family. So let's say that you want to remove this logo, you could delete this logo. If you want to insert your own logo or the university logo, you could also do that. So if you just go to import image, you could add an image here. You could edit all the information, of course, so you could start to type your own information. You could delete stuff. You could also go to create here, and then if you want to add some text, you could do that. So if you want to add some text here, you could do that and add your text. Um, of course, change the name, the client name, the sheet title, everything like that. And then once you're happy with the sheet, you have to save it. So one of the things that you could do, you could save it. So if you just go here, File, Save As, and then you just save it as a family, go to your title blocks. So so you could just rename it and save it as a family. So you could load it, okay? This is one thing. The other thing that you could do as well is that you could directly load it into your project. So if I just click on load into projects, I'm having now project 2. So now it's added to my project. It's telling me, do you want to override the existing version, or you don't want to do that? So I would just say yes, overwrite it. Okay. What else I can do here is that I can basically add more sheets. So as I mentioned, so you added a sheet one. You could add another sheet. You could add another sheet with different layout. So you could do that. And then once you're happy with your template, so what you need to do is that you need to save it as a template, not as a project. So if I just go here to File, and then I go to Save As, there's an option called Save as a Template. So if I just now save it as a template, okay, and then I just need to know where I'm gonna select the folder that I know where I save it. So if I just go to the desktop, for instance, let me go to the desktop and then just rename it Revit template. And now if I go to new, I need to select my template. So if I just go here to the desktop, and then I select my template, press OK, open, OK. So as you can see now, I'm having a new project with my template. So if I just let's say go to the levels now, so go to one of my elevations to see my levels. So you can see that I'm having here level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3. They're all appearing in the project browser. If I just go to one of my floor plans and I type WA, I will find the basic wall, which is wall 1 that I created. Okay. If I want to add a window, so if I type WN now, you find that your windows are loaded into your project. Same thing apply, of course, for doors. If you go to your sheets now, so you'll find your sheets are in here. So that's all for now. This is like a short, easy Revit tutorial. So I think it's really important to sum up. I think it's really important to have your own template, because you don't need to do that every time, and it will save you lots of time actually doing this. So I just recommend you to take time, create your own template, and then after that you just save your time. Once you start your project, you don't need to do that again. Thank you, and I hope that was helpful.